Hello, ghouls and gamers, and of course, my fellow rejects. So, for today's weapon preview, we are going to be covering the Voidstrike Force Staff. To be specific, the Equinox Mark IV Voidstrike Force Staff, which, of course, is a force weapon. It uses peril instead of ammo, and charged attack for the secondary actions. Just like the other staffs, it has a strike for its special action. It has the bound blaze bolt, but for its secondary, it also has bound blaze bolt. This is a really cool weapon. I actually enjoy this a lot. I see the dodge limit is 3 on this one as well, so it seems to be pretty standard amongst the staffs. I did go over in one of the videos about quell speed, but I will say warp resistance is there to help the peril that your staff generates. So the higher warp resistance your staff has, the less peril you're going to generate. And then the higher quell speed it has, the faster you're going to quell that peril. And then your charge rate affects how fast the weapons charge up. And then, of course, damage and blast radius should be pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and get in here. I love the Void Staff. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Let's get in the old meat grinder here and show you what it's all about. So, same old stuff. Special action. You got the pokes. Regular attack action. You got the blaze bolt here. But the charge attack is a much improved blaze bolt that pierces through and deals a pile of damage. This is, when I'm going for killing, this is my favorite staff. Purgatus' staff is very good for hordes, but I am a huge fan of this. You can aim it towards the ground just to get the explosion radius on it. You can charge it up. I will say, so charging it all the way does increase the damage that it does, the radius that it has, as well as the pierce. So just to kind of get an idea on damage numbers, we'll go ahead and hit this guy with just barely charged. You're looking at 61. Fully charged, you're looking at 642. Like, huge damage difference. Pierce is pretty much the same way. It's a very big difference. Let's line some guys up here. So if I just barely charge it, it goes through one dude. Now it killed him, but that doesn't matter. It didn't hit the next guy. But if you fully charge this sucker, it goes through all of them. It explodes on this guy over here. So that's 3. But I mean, that's still, in the heat of combat, a huge difference. Going through 3 targets, getting an explosion versus the meat going through just... That one didn't even go through the dog. So, barely went through them. But if you fully charge it, go through all of them. Get an explosion, good damage. It's also very good on peril. It doesn't... I want to say it's probably the most manageable peril of all the staffs. I mean, fully charged, I go up like 15 to 20% on a fully charged shot, which is pretty good. So, yeah, that's pretty much the basics of it. I would play around with it in the game if you're looking for pulling out some big numbers from a long range. This is the one to do it. So make sure that crit didn't matter too much on this guy's. 122, 366. So yeah. All right, and that is it for the Voidstrike staff. As always, thank you for tuning in, and stay swampy.